So good day everyone, I am Atea Jane B. San Antonio, representative from Group 6. So today I will be presenting our Develop Competency-Based Curriculum or CBC for Beauty Care Service, Nail Care, and C2 Superseded. So our presentation will not only discuss the content of our CBC, but we will also justify why we selected specific learning outcomes, training methodologies, and assessment methods. So at the same time, I will demonstrate how our curriculum aligns with the training regulations or TR and the principles of competency-based training or CBT. So, as required, we will also conduct screen walkthrough of our actual CBC document while explaining every section. To begin, our CBC was developed based on the standards on the training regulation for beauty care services, specializing in nail care and C2. So, the purpose of this curriculum is to prepare trainees with the knowledge, skills, and attitudes needed to perform nail care services according to industry standards. So, in creating this CBC, we followed the structure of competency-based training. So, this means that the curriculum focuses more on actual performance and mastery of competencies rather than memorization of concepts alone. So the training is learner-centered, flexible, and aligned with workplace requirements. Now, let us start our screen walkthrough of the document that we created. So, as shown on the screen, this is the title page of our CBC document entitled Development and Presentation of Competency-Based Curriculum. It contains the names of my group members, which are Miss Saberola, Miss Saldo, Miss Sanuan, and yours truly. So, the course title, Beauty Care Services or Nail Care, and C2. So, this title page establishes the qualification that our curriculum is focusing on selected nail care and C2 because it is one of the in-demand qualification under the beauty care industry, and it develops employable skills relevant to salons, spas, and personal care services. Then, moving to the next page, this section presents the course design for beauty care services, nail care, and C2. So, the course design serves as the framework of the entire curriculum. So, it also identifies the qualification level and ensures that all competencies included in the curriculum are aligned with the training regulation. We selected the competencies based on the official standards because CBT requires that training outcomes should directly reflect workplace competencies. This ensures that trainees who complete the program are prepared for national assessment and future employment. Now, as I scroll down, we can see the course description and trainee entry requirements. So, the course description explains that the program is designed to enhance the knowledge, skills, and attitudes of beauticians according to industry standards. So, it also states that the curriculum covers basic, common, and the core competencies. So, the trainee entry requirements include ability to communicate effectively, physical and mental fitness, basic mathematical skills, and medical fitness for handling chemicals. So, we included these requirements because nail care services involve communication with clients, proper handling of tools and chemicals, and accurate execution of procedures. So, these requirements ensures that trainees are capable of performing the competencies safely and effectively. So, this also reflects CBT principles because competency-based training values readiness and performance capability in actual workplace situations. So, next, on this page, you can see the nominal duration of the program. So, the curriculum includes 18 hours for basic competencies, also 18 hours for common competencies, and 180 hours for core competency for a total of 216 hours. So, the reason why the core competencies have the highest number of hours is because these competencies involve the actual technical skills in healthcare services. So, learners need more time for demonstration, supervised practice, and performance assessment. So, This distribution of ours is appropriate because CBT emphasizes mastery and learning. So trainees are given enough time to practice until they can consistently perform according to the industry standard. So as we continue to the walkthrough, these pages show the course structure. So the course structure organizes the competencies into basic, common, and core competencies. So this structure is aligned with the test the training regulation because the TR itself categorizes competencies in this program. So we selected this arrangement because it provides progressive learning. So in basic competencies, develop workplace values and communication skills. For common competencies, we have here the competencies introduce shared industry practices, and for the core competencies, focus on the actual nail care procedures for the assessment. So this sequence is important because trainees first need foundational skills before moving into specialized technical skills. Now, let's proceed to Now we are entering the module for instruction for basic competencies. So, basic competencies, basic competencies are essential because they prepare learners to function effectively in the workplace regardless of their specialization. So, these competencies may include participating in workplace communication, working in teams, practicing career professionalism, and occupational health and safety. So, we selected this learning outcome because the technical skills alone are not enough in the beauty care industry. So, workers must also demonstrate professionalism, teamwork, and proper communication with clients and co-workers. So, as shown in our CBC document, we use several methodologies such as lecture to discussion, demonstration, supervised practice, group activities, and self-paced learning. So, these methodologies are appropriate because nail care services require both theoretical understanding and hands-on performance. For example, in lecture and discussion is effective for explaining concepts, safety procedures, and sanitation standards. And also, demonstration allows trainees to observe the correct procedure before performing it. Then, supervised practice gives trainees the opportunity to develop mastery through repetition and feedback. So, we intentionally selected learner-centered methodologies because CBT promotes active participation and skills application instead of passive learning. Then, in terms of assessment methods, here our CBC includes written tests, oral questioning, demonstration, observation checklist, and practical performance tests. So, these assessment methods are suitable because competency-based assessment must measure not only knowledge but also actual performance. For example, in written tests, we assess understanding of concepts and safety procedures. So, while on demonstration and observation, checklists evaluate whether trainees can correctly perform nail care services according to the standards. Then, this also aligns with the CBT principles because competency is measured through evidence and performance in conditions similar to the workplace. Then, as we navigate the document, we can see each module contains learning outcomes, assessment criteria, content, conditions, methodologies, and assessment methods. So, we organize the modules this way because it follows the standard format of CBC development. So, the learning outcomes identify what the learner should achieve, and also the assessment criteria specify the expected standard of performance. So, lastly, the methodologies and assessment methods ensure that training and evaluation are aligned with the competency requirements. This demonstrates constructive alignment within the curriculum. Next. Next, we proceed to the modules of instruction for common competencies. So, here in common competencies are shared skills within the beauty care sector. So, these competencies are important because they develop technical foundations needed before learners perform advanced nail care services. Examples may include maintaining tools and equipment, practicing occupational safety, and applying hygiene and sanitation procedures. So, we selected these learning outcomes because cleanliness, sanitation, and safety are critical in nail care services. So, improper sanitation may lead to infections or unsafe service conditions. So, therefore, the competencies are directly aligned with the industry expectation and workplace standards. So, here, for these competencies, we use methodologies such as demonstration, return demonstration, peer collaboration, and hands-on practice. So, these methodologies are highly appropriate because learners must physically apply procedures like cleaning, disinfecting, and preparing tools. So, demonstration helps trainees visualize the correct process, while return demonstration allows the trainer to evaluate whether the trainee can independently perform the task. This reflects the CBT principles that learning should be outcome-based and performance-oriented. So, the assessment methods for these modules include direct observation, practical examination, oral questioning, and portfolio assessment. So, these methods are suitable because they provide evidence that the learner can consistently perform tasks according to industry standards. So, for an instance, direct observation allows assessors to evaluate the proper sanitation, correct handling of tools, and compliance with safety and procedures. So, portfolio assessment is also useful because it documents the learner progress and completed activities. Then, we have here let's move on to MOI of core competencies. So, this is the most important part of our curriculum because it focuses on the actual nail care services such as manicure, pedicure, nail treatment, and related procedures. So, we selected these competencies because they represent the actual job functions expected from a nail care and situ holder in the workplace. So, the learning outcomes are aligned with the training regulation to ensure that trainees develop competencies and required for national certification and employment. So, the methodologies that we use here in the core competencies include demonstration, guided practice, workshop activities, and simulation and actual performance tasks. So, these methods are appropriate because nail care services require psychomotor skills that can only be developed through repeated practice. Simulation activities prepare trainees for real salon situations by allowing them to practice client interaction. So, proper service procedures and professional behavior. Then, guided practice is important because learners need immediate feedback while improving their techniques. So, again, this supports CBT principles because training focuses on actual workplace performance. So, next, for assessment, for the assessment method, we use practical demonstration, common competencies checklist, direct observation, and the oral questioning. So, these methods are suitable because the competency of nail care trainee cannot be measured through written exams alone. So practical demonstration is essential because assessors need to observe proper procedure, accuracy, hygiene, safety, and client handling. So competency checklist ensures that all required performance criteria are achieved according to the training regulation. So this shows that our assessment methods are evidence-based and competency-focused. So then overall our CBC aligns with the principles of competency-based training in several ways. So first, the curriculum is outcome-based because all modules are focused on specific competencies that learners must achieve. Second, the training methodologies are learner-centered and performance-oriented. So, trainees actively participate through demonstrations, workshops, and hands-on activities. So, then third, the assessments are competency-based because they evaluate actual performance using evidence and industry standards. So, finally, the curriculum is aligned with the TR or training regulations since all competencies, durations, and assessment methods were patterned after test the standard. So, because of this alignment, our CBC ensures that trainees are prepared not only academically but also professionally for workplace demands and national certification. So, to conclude or develop CBC for beauty care services, Healthcare NC2 was carefully designed based on the principles of competency-based training and the requirements of the training regulation. So, we selected those learning outcomes that are relevant to workplace needs, applied methodologies that promote active and hands-on learning, and use assessment methods that accurately measure competency and performance. So, through our screen walkthrough, we demonstrated how each part of the CBC contributes to developing skilled, competent, and industry-ready healthcare professionals. So, that's all. Thank you. And now, we are now ready for your feedback. Thank you and God bless.
I just had to let you know you're